Alrighty, well, we got the Los Angeles Valiant versus the Philadelphia Fusion. Looking pretty good. We've got two pretty middle tier teams in the league right now going up against each other on Numbani. Looks like it's going to be the Valiant on attack first. This bodes well for Soon just because he's primarily their Widow player, but we'll see what kind of comp they come running out with.
Yeah, and it gives them some chances. If he can't get early picks, if he struggles to kind of make some plays on attack, they have that good opportunity to go back, right, and to make some switches and try something else. Find that Widow's a little more punishing on defense because if you don't make your shots, then you end up kind of just dying out and then having to run back, and there's not nearly as much flexibility. So
absolutely, yeah. So just gearing up for the game there. Looks like a pretty packed house. I don't know. Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, lots of people in the two-bedroom apartment audience we have here. Already off to the races. Holy
looking
shit.
Pretty great. So the lineups we're looking at for the Los Angeles Valiant, we have Fate, Soon, Envy, Silkthread, Kariv, and Verbo. Pretty standard early April comp that we had from the Valiant.
Oh, it looks like they were trying to take high ground, but and Soon gets a kill on Carpe. He switched off the Widowmaker to Tracer. Too bad I can't control the camera. God, that would be nice. Oh man, the replay system's coming out soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeez.
And wow, that was a quick take. So yeah, Patrick, what do you explain to the audience how that happened?
Well, it looks like. Sorry, I think I'm not synced with you. Because I was pretty late, or I was still early in the game there.
What time are you at in game?
Soon. Right now I'm at 14:05.
Oh yeah, I'm at 14:36. So.
All right, here. Let me just go up to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a pause at 14:40. Let me know when you get to 14:40. Pause.
Sure thing.
And then we'll do a 3, 2, 1, and on go we'll unpause.
On go, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, I'm at 14:40.
Perfect. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Yeah, Soon on that Tracer is really, really effective. You can see that he also almost has his ult, which is going to be our thing that Boombox and Neptune are going to have to look out for. So cart's moving pretty well. We've got Kariv on that cart. Same with Verbo. Oh. Soon looking for a pick here. He's on Shadowburn. Got a nice chunk off, but he found where the... Oh, he gets a stick. Nothing comes out of Hoppa. Carpe ends Soon's little run there.
And now they're going to... This is good because they're stalling for all this time, right? So... Oh, but we got a turnaround on Silkthread.
Huge counter push by Philadelphia Fusion. Shadowburn going in super, super deep. Here comes the Valiant now. Envy back on the cart. Endy and Fate really, really trying to jockey for that positioning. Really controlling this corner very well. Envy almost up to that bomb there.
Yeah, and
we've got the ult economy's looking pretty even. We've got the Valiant almost getting 4 ults there. We've got Shadowburn, Carpe coming out with their ults. Neptuno, of course, having that Valkyrie is going to be a huge push here. See what they can make it out of. Fraggy taken out quite low, actually.
And something to notice, though, is that they have the Genji without the blade, right? They don't have the nano boost to go with it, and so we're looking at a big chunk of the Fusion comp that's just missing in terms of damage. Going to be interesting to see if he pops out on his own or if they wait and concede the point and do a solid 0.2 hold or 0.3
Absolutely. Hold. Hotba taking a lot of damage here. So is Fraggy. Fraggy ulting just to stay alive. Hotba trying to go up atop. We got a bomb going out. Envy going into pressure. Nothing comes from that bomb. Hotba was able to get back into his mech. Fraggy going after Soon, managing to take him down. That was a huge kill for them. Philadelphia Fusion, even though they were down in the ult economy, is still looking really good. Verbal gets that double res off, which is huge for this push. And there we go. Valiant really pushing out, making the Fusion pay for it. Using their ult super, super late. Shadowburn trying to get a few picks off at the end. Almost catches Verbo in the air, but with that Valkyrie really keeping him up there. Shadowburn trying to find an opening there, taking some pop shots at Envy, looking for Verbo, goes up for Verbo. Great defense by Envy, but it wasn't enough. Hotba there to follow up for the kill on Verbo. Really, really nice hold by Philadelphia.
And that was, that was all about that nano Genji blade, right? They were able to hold off just enough time for the Genji blade to come out, and we can see that Boombox is switching onto the Zenyatta as they know the Wombo combo can't happen anymore. So they're just trying to get some of that more deep dive healing and maybe some Discord ohms to really start punishing Fate because he's deep, man. He goes real deep. He likes getting into that back line, trying to mess up their healers, but Discord orb can be such a threat to a Winston. And it'll be really interesting without any ultimates how they find a way to fight this point. It's going to be a game of picks.
Kariv getting a huge pick off of Shadburn. Let's see if that Neptuno can get that res. But right now, they're really jockeying for position here. Boombox on that pick that really made him famous in the Overwatch League. Neptuno able to get that pick back off. Lots of ult economy coming back up. Soon got that pulse bomb. Huge bomb. Doesn't find anything, but there we go. Silk Thread finding the angles, finding the kills, trying to help Kariv against Shadowburn. Shadowburn getting a huge kill there off Kariv, which is going to force Silk Thread back there. Card is still being contested. It's very, very close here, but Valiant somehow coming out on the end. I guess the tank play was a lot bigger than what was happening in the backline there.
Absolutely, and soon got a really interesting ult on Fraggy. He was able to actually get the pulse bomb onto him and get the KO on it, and so they lost a big part of their dive. Right, that Winston can be so disruptive, can take out healers so quickly, and just really cause a lot of mess. So if you're able to take that out, then it makes a push really easy.
It's huge, but now that we're looking at the ult economy again, Philadelphia Fusion really has a huge lead in this ult economy. Soon's really going to have to find something here. Silk Thread needs to get something to open up here, but Fraggy just frontlining right now, trying to find a thing. Bombs coming in. Will it find anything? Nothing, no, but it does get some of the characters out of the way. Boombox getting dove by Soon. Soon now has the pulse bomb, looking for a pick here, trying to find Silk Thread, but is unable, getting pushed back very, very well by the Philadelphia Fusion. Huge pick by Carpe. Carpe really putting Soon in his place.
Yeah, and now they're popping. They use the Diva bomb. I'm not sure if that was necessarily beneficial with Soon being down, but they're keeping the pressure up. They have some good ultimates on Silk Thread. Kariv has his ult up again, and I think the Fusion are just trying to stall for as much time as they can. Here's a big.
They're a huge attack visor. Yeah, attack visor finding Fraggy, which is huge. Diva trying to block as much as he can. Valkyrie comes in, able to pick up Fraggy. Fraggy's now back in the fight. Both support ults used by the Valiant. Here comes Shadowburn looking from up top, trying to find Silk Thread. Finds Silk Thread, finds Kariv. This is a huge push for Philadelphia Fusion. Huge push.
And that's it. Right
Shadowburn just laying train right through the Valiant right now. That was a huge ult by Shadowburn. Really nice push.
Absolutely. And so if you're the Valiant, are you thinking of changing your strategy to something major? Or are you thinking just, we know our ultimates are coming up soon. We've been able to take 2 points with this comp with ults up now. What do you think? Should they be making
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that Silk Thread is still on the soldier. They did have a great ult at the end there, but before that he's been kind of inconsequential. Versus Philadelphia's full dive, it just isn't working to keep Silk Thread on this soldier, but we'll see what they can come out with this second push. Here comes Fate trying to find something. Soon use the pulse bomb on nothing. I think it was eaten by Hotba. Shadowburn finding a kill. Carpe finding 2 kills in the backline. Carpe going off, showing what Envy can do. Huge stagger on Envy as well. That was a really nice flank by Carpe. Yeah, and this dive. They're
just killing Envy now. That gets another 10 seconds, right? And they're just stalling for time, trying to really make sure. I mean, there's only 50 seconds left.
Absolutely. It looks like the Valiant are going to be committing to this one team comp that they've got going on.
Which is tough because if you look at the ult economy, right? The Fusion have ults and the Valiant don't. They only have Primal Rage on the Winston. They don't have anything else. They're not even really close. Like Soon dies with 38%.
Soon dies to Carpe. Yeah. Carpe has been winning this Tracer matchup over time and time again, but we're gonna see if they can bring anything up for it, because they have one more push, last push for the Valiant here on Numbani on their attack.
Yeah, and not the time. It's not the time warp too much. This is April, but we just kind of watched the Overwatch Worlds, right? And Carpe has shown himself time and time again to be this incredible DPS player. But, I think the push is coming. This is the final push for the Valiant.
Yeah, the final push. Fate trying to find an opening, just frontlining, taking all sorts of damage from the Fusion team. Fate getting healed up. Kariv taken down in half. Verbo uses his Valkyrie early to combat against Neptunos. Soon taken down really low. Shadowburn looking for his moment, trying to find an opening, waiting for this monkey ult to go down, looking for an opening, gets around the pulse bomb, goes for Soon. Soon still fighting Shadowburn. Soon, just no chance for that deflect. That was huge. Now he goes on to Fraggy. Fraggy taken really low by that bomb, and here comes the blade. It's a huge blade.
And that was it. So only 2 captures. Only 2 points, and they actually, based on the Philadelphia Fusion being able to push back so much, they actually really created a very good distance between the second and third point. If we remember, it was only about 1.5 meters at a time, right? And then the Fusion were able to push back to almost like 10 or 15. So really good hold for the Fusion. Really good hold.
Yeah, they just every fight they came with better ult economy, and really Hotba was actually a huge player in that. He was really taking a lot of Silk Thread's damage with that defense matrix, just protecting the backline, keeping Boombox up, and Boombox was able to discord any character that he was looking at, which really helped a lot in the pushes.
Absolutely.
But, you know, now the Valiant are going to be looking on the defensive, going to try and figure out what they can do to stop the Philadelphia Fusion. Philadelphia Fusion probably going to come out with that dive comp that they had that was really doing wonders for them on their attack run. But we'll see if Boombox is going to start on that Zenyatta or maybe not, but we'll see. But we know for sure that Neptuno is going to come out with that Mercy, and just that those reses were so huge in that last fight there.
Absolutely. And what I think is going to be really interesting to see is if maybe the Valiant, you know, they have some time to talk right now. They have some time to sort of think about compositions, maybe being a little more flexible. But here we are, we're still seeing this Soldier 76, and I don't quite understand. It didn't do very much for them. Maybe they think now they have the high ground pressure. Perhaps Soldier with Mercy damage boost can be much more oppressive. As we know, teams really like to take that high ground, but I don't think the Valiant are expecting a Pharmacy comp to come out here. I think they're expecting dive, and it'll be really interesting to see if Shadowburn, you know, gets picked or gets to do the picking against Silk Thread and their Mercy composition over here on the Valiant.
Absolutely. It looks like Fate and Silkthread are going to get something. They're now going to find out that Shadowburn is on that Pharah, a character that he's pretty well known for, but not something that you pull out every once in a while just because they're so... The Genji in early April is just so strong in these dive comps. But here we go, contesting for the higher ground. Shadowburn really trying to find some picks here. Carpe taken quite low. Here comes the push from the tanks. The tanks are knocking off the Valiant. Fraggy winning that position battle here, and they're going to start to make progression on this cart here. Hotba trying to find a spot. Now we got Shadowburn. Shadowburn sees some pretty low targets. Fate's getting pretty low, getting healed up really well. And he's just laying shots right into the back line. Will soon get out. Soon does not. Carpe wins that battle again. Carpe going off on this first point. And Carpe is going to get a 3-piece for his troubles. Shadowburn really just a terror on this Pharah. This opening point was all fusion for this opening point.
That didn't even look like it was much of a contest for the Fusion. You know, they took that high ground quickly. They didn't hesitate. Diva was up there on Hoppa, you know, supporting Shadowburn.
Oh, Shadowburn. Oh, come on.
You know, supporting Shadowburn to land all those empowered Pharah Qs, right, and Pharah autos, right? And we're looking at a lot. We're looking at a lot of bonus damage when Pharah gets that damage boost from Mercy. And, you know, look at the confidence of the Fusion. They're playing so far up, only one on the cart. They know they can hold this. They think they're the better shots. And, oh, my, the damage coming through. What a nightmare for the Valiant. They're not even able to play Overwatch. It's like they don't get to, they have to take a seat.
No one gets to play, honestly.
The Valiant are AFK.
Tank, the tank composition and the use of tanks from the Philadelphia Fusion is making all this space. They're just able to free push for almost a minute here. Boombox hasn't had to do a thing. He has his ult, but that was all built off of their first initial push. But this is looking really, really good for the Fusion. But the Valiant are going to have a chance to contest here. Soon gets a huge kill on Carpe. I don't think that's in a position to res, but they are going to commit for the res. Shadowburn goes for the ultimate, gets 2. Fraggy gets Creve in the back line, and Hoppa finds Silk Thread. This is just a huge team wipe for the Philadelphia Fusion. Valiant just don't have an answer for the Shadowburn and Carpe right now. Carpe is just taking them to town. It's insane.
You know, it's interesting because they, you know, when we talk Overwatch, we talk a lot about the all-in, the poker fallacy of being all-in, right? And I kind of feel that Valiant are feeling that way with the Silk Thread Soldier 76. They have the ultimate now. It's still not doing enough, and I don't, you know, with Hoppa still having his ult, not needing to use the Diva Explode, I don't think it's going to be able to be enough, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. Yeah, Fate taken really low in this push. Here comes Hotba Bomb. Let's see if it finds anything. Nothing, but it does earn them a little bit more of contention on the cart. Carpe again finds Soon. Hotba trying to hold it front line right now. There's a huge Diva Bomb coming in the back. Will they make it out? They do not. Both of the supports for Philadelphia Fusion gets taken out. Carpe finds a kill on Hoppa, and Fate finishing off Shadowburn. This is a huge push. They didn't even use the tack visor for this, so they will have the tack visor for the next push, and they will have the ult economy for the next push. That was a huge save by the Valiant.
Absolutely.
Honestly, a little bit lucky by the Envy Bomb, I would say.
Oh, but that, you know, they could not go any faster. Those little Mercy legs and that floating robot could not do anything to get away from there. That was almost a tragedy. You know, it's like seeing a freight train being tied to the tracks with that Diva mech bomb, and that was just something else. I feel bad for Boombox and Neptuno. Neptuno couldn't even fly to Boombox, so they're all caught together, right? So we're still looking at the Tag Fire. We're still looking at the Valkyrie. And the Valiant have the ult economy. It's close, but it's still there and theirs to hold. So they're just kind of doing some chip damage, and we'll have to see where this push goes. But
yeah, we'll see. Philadelphia Fusion taking a very aggressive stance, but Kariv makes him pay for it. Huge kill onto Carpe. That's going to be rezzed up. But look at this aggression from Fusion, holding really far left, trying to get the angles. Kariv just finding Boombox. That is a huge pick again. Kariv being a huge player for this final push here.
Absolutely.
What a play! What a hold! They didn't need to use any ults there.
And it's interesting because I kind of question the God Carpe. I understand, but they were doing really well playing their pace in their game, diving the back line, making picks with Tracer.
Absolutely.
And he switches the Tracer.
He just switches it back.
Realizing they can't play this poking game with a Soldier and a Mercy damage boost. They're going to lose it, and they got some quick picks, and they lost the flank there, the turn. So. Yeah, I think they're kind of thinking they got to play their pace. They have to dive big. That's what they're good at, and that's what Carpe does well at. So let's see if they put on the Jets a bit and play some more aggression for this.
Absolutely, it looks like they're going for a huge dive, but Kariv is keeping everyone up. Silk Thread, they still haven't used any on. Soon finds Neptuno. There's no res for this last push. Fusion's looking really, really good for this. Valiant finding the picks. Kariv just going off in this final corner, just laying all sorts of Discord orbs and just finding the kills, some really, really clutch kills on Neptuno. That was the game changer for that.
Absolutely. We got still about two and a half minutes or so left for the Fusion to get some push, but the ult economy, though, Silk Thread still hasn't had the visor. They still haven't had to go through with it.
Yeah, it's just been the threat almost of Silk Thread's ult. They've just used the threat. That's been enough for now. Fate has been doing really well on keeping just a presence on the cart, so they're getting no free push. Soon finding Hotba, just laying bullets into Hotba, trying to get him some more ult economy there. Carpe very soon getting the worst of that. Carpe trying to find an angle. Soon and Carpe really going after each other. Fate getting very dangerously low. Looks like the Valiant might have to commit something to here. Soon really just hunting for that Carpe. They're realizing how dangerous he is, and Carpe finds a kill on Kariv. That's a huge kill. Neptuno's going to have to ult, but there's a huge bomb coming in from Hotba. Hotba finding Neptuno. That's trading both mercies. Shadowburn stuck in the back here trying to find something else, but Verbo finding that res there, and Hotba just killing Kariv. Envy really going off here, and that's going to hold Philadelphia. That was looking like it was going to be Philadelphia's push there.
Yeah, I thought they had the push, but that res for Verbo onto Kariv and letting him use the Transcendence and that bomb, right? Killing Neptuno, still having the Valkyrie, right? So, you have to start to think if what they're sort of holding on to anymore. I mean, maybe they're thinking with the Valkyrie could be enough, get a good damage boost, for example.
Absolutely.
Get a really quick pick.
Absolutely.
They don't have ults anymore. All the ults have been expended for the Valiant. So I think if the Fusion are going to do it, this may be the push to do it, where they can take advantage of the lack of ult economy. And they're close to getting theirs. Fraggy 91%, Carpe 82, even Hoppa 73. So they can. Fraggy has to pop his primal rage just to survive.
Yeah, just to live through that. But Carpe, he has the ult. Fraggy really trying to control Fate. Really trying to make some space. Fate is taken out super, super low. And Kariv again finding the backline. Neptuno forced to use the Valkyrie and ultimate there. Shadowburn just being a nuisance in this backline, trying to find the pick here. He's 60% ult, and here comes the bomb from Envy. Not finding anything, but is earning that position. Carpe finally kill on Envy. That's a huge kill there. But will it be enough? Soon finding the backline. And here comes Shadowburn. He's close to Blade, really taking it to town. And there's the there's the bomb from Silk Thread, finding that concussive blast there. Hotba just trying to hold, and this is looking like they're going to have one more push, and Silk Thread uses the tack visor at the end of this push.
Oh, that
I can't believe it.
I was a little shocked too, but they staggered, right? They only have 10 seconds. Shadowburn or Fraggy are going to have to get on this point and hold. I don't even know if they'll be able to do it. They may. This Shadowburn's getting close. Will he be able to make it? 2 seconds left. He pops the ultimate, gets the Genji Blade off, and he gets taken down right away. And they're going in.
Here comes it. Boombox using that ult really, really well. Fraggy trying to find just anything. Carpe looking in the back. The pulse bomb does not land. Fraggy's going to go down. He ults. He just gets its ult just in time. Trying to stay alive. Just keep that presence on the cart. Is there any ults for them to look? It doesn't look like it. Boombox going to have to find a kill here. Envy dropped very, very low. Silk Thread really low in the backline. Here comes a bomb from Envy. And that really wins them the time. And here comes Hoppa with the bomb as well, trying to stay alive. Shadowburn looking for a kill, looking for anything. Getting almost taken down. Natuno doing a really good job of staying alive here, and here comes the ult from Kariv. That might seal the deal. Fate finding a huge kill on Shadowburn, a D-mech on Hotba, and there it is.
Going into overtime.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh my gosh,
Fate taken down to 1. That's pretty insane, but it doesn't look like Fraggy makes it back. Not enough for an ult here, but Boombox also switched over. Just the point that won't end, and there we go. Valiant is going to hold to take that point.
Absolutely.
Umani goes over to Los Angeles Valiant.
Absolutely. And, I spoke a little soon on talking about the Valiant or the Fusion playing their own game, because the Valiant certainly just played theirs. They decided to not concede off the Soldier. They decided to, do their thing. And Kariv, what a monster. Pick after pick. It's funny, you mentioned he's blowing the Transcendence, and we were like, what's going on? He had it up again. All those orbs, all that damage, all that extra healing he's able to do. That Zenyatta ult charges super quickly when you're able to really get a player like Kariv and using it in the right hands and control.
Yeah, I guess me being a filthy Reinhardt main would probably not give me privy to that kind of knowledge, but yeah, that was huge by Kariv. Kariv, honestly, if I could give out MVPs or if my opinion mattered at all, I'd probably give it to Kariv. So.
I think our opinions matter as much as these people clapping the orange clappers here in the stands. They look so excited.
Orange clappers. This stream not sponsored by Intel, but
this stream not even live. We're just, we're not gonna wait for the breaks, Patrick. I'm thinking. Let me just get this. No. Let me just click and get the timestamp here.
Absolutely.
My God, map set, blah blah blah. Oh, we're gonna go to Anubis. What fun is that? So if you want to get to 40:01 on the dot, we'll start from there.
40:01.
Absolutely.
40:01.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna keep this pain train going.
Hey man. All right, I am here.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Alrighty. Map 2 for Valiant versus Fusion.
Did you see that? What can I get? Where's my studio?
Yeah,
I have this office with like a window and like only one desk and Mountain Dew and mug root beer bottles everywhere and some peanut wrappers. Yeah.
I'm living in literal shambles, and they got this
hologram.
Lights.
This is wild to me. I don't understand. Blizzard.
This hologram. That's what all that YouTube money is going to. That's where all the skins from World of Warcraft are going to.
Perfect. So when I create a Patreon account, my fans are gonna know. This is what I need. I need so I can have a little holograph projector right beside my computer where they can see all my shitty pics and all the games I play.
Absolutely, that's the dream right there.
Back to the game.
Honestly, yeah. So the only thing to really note is that Silk Thread is out for Agilities. Agility is going to be playing that projectile dive DPS role. Really great, honestly, a great alternate for them. Agility is a young Canadian boy just doing his damn best. Love him. So it goes. Huge deflect coming off, keeping Agilities alive. But we got Carpe on that Widow, and he is quite good at Widow as well. He's usually only known for his Tracer, and he gets a huge kill on Verbo. That just stops. There's not enough healing for Valiant to keep pushing, so they will have to hold and wait for Verbo, and that's the caliber of player Carpe is. You just put him on any sort of hit scan DPS, and he just finds the kills for you.
And it feels like he's just shooting fish out of a barrel with that pick. They run in a straight line, and he just gets the weak duck out of the crowd and nails the shot, right? And that's what you need on a good. Pay attention at home, Silver players. A good defensive Widowmaker will do that. You missing all your shots ain't the same thing.
There you go. But here we go. Soon, Agilities and Fate finding huge kills, really dismantling the Fusion hold. Fraggy not able to find a good position here, and that's going to be it. It looks like Agilities leading the way with Fate, really going to find all these stagger kills, getting a huge kill. Will they get the D-Mech? I don't think they will on Hotba, but there you go. A really nice, just bringing themselves back together, finding the mental fortitude to make sure that they can push through and get that first point A.
And you know what? I feel bad for anyone who has to defend point A on Anubis, because what a shit show. There are so many. There's 3 primary paths, through the middle, the left, and then up through that right double stairs corridor with the little temple there. there's so much that you have to cover as a defensive player. And when you look at a Widow pick, they can only peek at one place. And, once their healers got dove, once Orisa was put into a compromised position, Agility's just wiped up the Widow real quick. But point B, this is the point. This is where we see teams really make a stand. They got 6 minutes. And here comes the Genji Blade.
Genji Blade getting Boombox. That's a huge pick off. Can he find anything else? It looks like nothing. Neptuno's going to get that res off. Shadowburn coming back out. Hoppa, they do have that bomb. They do have something that can stagger the team, kind of get them more time on the clock here, but they just need to start finding the kills. And Hoppa getting taken very low, forced to use the ult right away. And here we go, Fraggy trying to find something, and it finds Kariv, but Verbo does get that ult off. Soon looking for an opening, going up against Shadowburn and Carpe. Carpe taking very low soon. They got that Kariv ult going off. Hotba taking out a mech. This slow push looks like it might work. They might be able to get a tick. Neptuno taking very low. Boombox trying to find an answer here. Trying to be the hero like in the first in Anubani, but it looks like that Envy's going to find Shadowburn. That's a huge pick there. Carpe versus Soon again. Envy just trying to find the thing. Neptuno taking a huge risk flying across, trying to join back with his DPS here in Boombox. And the Pulse Bomb doesn't find anything. Huge kill on Fraggy, and that's a D-Mech as well. Oh man, it just looks like the Valiant are going to be taking a huge advantage here. Looking for something else. Envy just trying to find the huge kill on Hoppa, and that's going to be big. And it looks like they're gonna make some more progression time here.
It's like the wheelhouse that never stops spinning. This attack has been going on for a minute and a half, but
gotta love 2CP.
Yeah, absolutely. With the defense get the hug it, but that was it. That was, that's interesting. They entered point B at 6:30. They ended at 4:20. Blaze it only took them 2 minutes to do that push.
Yep. Valiant had to make a dank wish, and then they were all good.
Perfect. And by the way, this stream is not sponsored by the Ontario Cannabis Store, but maybe one day, we can get some. We can get some sponsorships because, goddamn, man, it's working full time hard. This is not what I want.
It's funny, we've been so far out of the Mercy double res meta that it's hard to come back and look at some of these games. And the Mercy picks and keeping Mercy alive is really what's changing these fights. Neptuno and Verbo, they have to know their positioning because if they get taken out quick, the res ability is too vital to these dive pushes.
Absolutely, and it is really interesting that you mentioned that, right? Because when we look at current compositions and we look at the Overwatch World Cup from BlizzCon, we're seeing a lot of goats, which is actual cancer, rampage the Blizzard stage. But we're also seeing, to be fair, we saw some teams pull some really creative picks. We saw some teams pull some Widows and some McCrees and some Pharahs, but we didn't see I didn't see very much Pharmacy. All BlizzCon. No. Which is so bizarre to now go to April and to see that potentially happening, but to always see a Mercy. And speaking of Mercy, looking at the Los Angeles Valiant lineup, oh, I'm a liar. I was about to say they didn't have Mercy at the beginning. It was going to be the first hold so far that we wouldn't see it, but here it is.
There it is.
What do you think, Patrick, of the Agility's Junkrat? Because we saw the Fusion trying to run Junkrat, but once Orisa got pinned down, once the Winston was able to disrupt the back line, that Junkrat fell to shit. What do you kind of think about Agility's playing this on attack or on defense here now?
Yeah, honestly, Agilities, he is really well known for these big impact projectile players, mostly Genji and Pharah, but his Junkrat is not that bad. His positioning here is pretty good. With this old setup with the Pharah, it's really held very far back. So I think Agilities will get some results out of it, but it really depends on if Carpe finds him. If Carpe finds Agilities, it's almost impossible for him to win that matchup unless Agilities gets him in a trap or something like that. But as you can see, Soon really trying to, it's a mind game. He's trying to find that Genji, absolutely, trying to make sure that he doesn't get snuck on.
Shadowburn. He's so worried about where Shadowburn's going to go.
Yeah, they're so split. Soon trying to find some room here to grow. He's trying to find some room to take some kills, and there it is, Shadowburn finding the kill on Soon. Envy trading it back though, Carpe, but uncontested on this point, trying to get some space here. Neptuno gets a huge res off, but it does cost his life. Verbo getting the res on Soon, and that might be the push that they're going to need. Carpe, if he has anything to say about it, he's going to win this fight. He's really trying to carry it, but Envy just finding all the kills here, finishing off everybody, and that looks like it's going to be the first hold for the Valiant.
Absolutely, Carpe has to slink back into his little hole with his ultimate, and he's getting
tail between his legs.
Oh, he used the ultimate with no kill. What a interesting, because even if he gets a frag, what's the chance that they actually get a counter push with someone their member's dead? Carpe's a god. I ain't. So it's hard to question such a person, but look how cheeky this is and how risky this is. He's kind of alone. He gets the Harmony Orb from Boombox, but
absolutely just trying to bait out agility. He's trying to find that opening kill, but this might not be the angle he wants. He goes in, he does do the recall, but now he doesn't have recall for this next push. But he knows that the supports are down there, but he just needs to get through. And there it is. Kariv finding the kill on Boombox, Shadowburn finding the kill on Soon. That's the pick you need. Getting Widow out of that so you have some space to move. Carpe being really cheeky, trying to find the kills on the back end, or just trying to stay alive, honestly, finding the big health pack. It looks like that was the next hold for Valiant.
I think he's just trying to sort of build some ult charge. He kind of thinks to himself, "Damn it, I shouldn't have used my ult up there. There was no real frag potential. And even if there was, what was the purpose?" But he's also just trying to be disruptive, right? Because if they can get one pick and take someone out of the fight, big ult by Agilities takes out both the healers. Wow, 139 on the clock, and that's another 20 seconds of free time for the Fusion to talk about their lives and really remorse over the deaths of both their healers and their supports there. Because at
least, honestly, the ult economy looking okay for Fusion, but you've got some really key ones over on the Valiant.
Absolutely. The biggest one I think is the Transcendence, right? Because we don't see Ana played in this meta, so Transcendence packs that full punch of all that healing without sort of the biotic grenade to reduce it, right? We see that now. We don't see it, we don't seeing it back here in April. But here's a Boombox nice pick on Soon, and here's the push from the Fusion.
Yeah, Verbo getting that res off, but Shadowburn finding Kariv again. Verbo forced to use the res off. There's no more res for there unless she pops Valkyrie. But Shadowburn, he has that blade. He's looking for the supports. He knows they're there. He's just looking for an opportunity. Fate taken down with just the shurikens, and there goes the tank lineup for the Valiant. Shadowburn, he has all the room he needs. He might not even need to use it. He's just going to save it.
Just has to save it. Uses the deflect to get some damage off Agilities and finishes him off with the right click triple shuriken slam, and that was a good attack for the Fusion.
Senpai was noticed. Shadowburn finding the huge kills.
Absolutely.
It looks like Agility's not going to switch over. They are going to wait for that Junkrat ult. But I think it might be too late. It might be too late for this push. As long as they find something here. But Fraggy goes down. That's a huge kill. They're really low. Boombox committing the ult, trying to find something here. Neptuno looking for a res. Boombox taking solo. Fate going off in Primal Rage, and there goes the bomb. There goes the Agility's bomb that they were waiting for. And now Shadowburn, he has a huge opening. He just finds it. He's looking for another kill here on Fraggy, but he sees Agility. He's going right for Agility. He does a huge deflect off of him. And Agility is going to find the martyrdom on Tuno. Shadowburn needing to get out of here. He's taking low.
How interesting, though, right? That the martyrdom, the self-destructive Agilities changes the whole fight, right? You stop getting a big healer. You stop getting another chance of res.
Absolutely. And you mentioned...
That loses all the impact there.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and you mentioned how important it is for the Mercy to stay alive in the fights, and that martyrdom just goes to show if your Mercy goes down, there's not really much you can do for the next push.
Aren't you so happy that Call of Duty doesn't use martyrdom anymore? I don't know if you're playing any of the new ones, but they haven't had it for years, and God bless, because what a shitty system.
God bless, there you go. Oh, Boombox finding the kill on Soon. You could see that Carpe really committing for Kariv, but the Fusion are finding the kills. Verbo having to res Soon and then resing both the DPS mains. Envy needs to find something here just to slow down the push, just to get everyone back in because Kariv is down. But Envy looking for Neptuno, and finding that. And there goes both supports taking down. Envy really doing a lot of work on this D.Va, getting all the staggers here.
I think it's interesting because I think at first glance that deceptively looks like an incredible hold, and it was a good hold for the Valiant. But Verbo had to use Valkyrie just to get both reses off to keep that hold alive, and Neptuno's at 85% with Boombox ultimate up. We're going to see a play where Valiant finally sort of arguably has more ultimate, maybe not the right ults. And Carpe again with another pulse bomb. I love Carpe. He's probably one of my favorite players in the recent months. But I don't understand these pulse bombs. That's the third one I've noticed that no impact, right? But they're going to go for the push anyway.
Here you go. Boombox does not pull the trigger on the Transcendence. That's huge for the Valiant. That means Agilities. He just needs to get another kill on Boombox. And Shadowburn takes down Agilities. Fate and Kareev finding kills as well. We're all even in trading right now, but Kareev and Boombox need to find a chance to use his Transcendence. Hotba having to ult on the point B, trying to stay alive, and Neptuno almost taking low. Boombox using the ultimate just at the right time, and soon healing up, trying to find a pick here. But this opens up Shadowburn. Shadowburn going off. He's trying to find kill. Boombox finds the kill on Agilities. That's huge. That is a huge kill there. Oh my god, that's amazing.
And you know, it's interesting because and they have them staggered, pushed all the way to the point, and now Shadowburn finishes them off. We're just looking at a couple of their tanks alive.
Oh my god, that Boombox finding the kill,
and that is it. That was a tie. Well, a tie. We're gonna go into overtime, but what an incredible snipe from Boombox on Shadowburn's Genji blade there.
You know, Agilities. He did everything right there. He was trying. He waited the Transcendence out. He saw Boombox all by his lonesome, but he just was not expecting the dome to the face. No. Oh my gosh, that was really great focus. I don't expect the Zenyatta
players in my games to be any good either, so I can kind of get from his perspective where he's probably trying to style a bit on Boombox, you know, taking the time. Yeah. But you're right, he played that correctly. You know, I think it's really interesting. Overwatch and other games aren't results-oriented games, right? And I think sometimes players get really caught up in this mentality. Well, because X didn't work here, it's garbage. Not quite, right? Humans are at 6-for-6 game. There's 12 humans in the lobby, right, trying to make plays and outwit each other. And Overwatch is such a great game because it's a game of small decisions. Lots of
absolutely
once, right? And that was a decision where Boombox was like, I'm really good today. My trigger finger a little better than your Shadow Blade, and Agilities was like, okay, I guess that's what it is, I suppose. Like, I just kind of picture him shrugging his shoulders, being like, I guess Boombox is good.
I guess he just did better than me. Yeah. No, Boombox he definitely got the kill off of, but Hotba again finding the support for Boombox, which was very, very clutch. But Los Angeles Valiant going again with the same defense that they had. You got Soon on that Widowmaker, and Agility's back on that Junkrat, which proved pretty well for them. And with only a minute left, this might be a good hold for them. Here comes the Philadelphia Fusion trying to find a little opening there. Halt was used to kind of disrupt their push, but that doesn't yield any kills. So here they go, pushing on the right-hand side through the top, and they know where Agilities is. You know, they've probably played with him a bunch. They know exactly where Agilities just covering that big health pack up top there.
But they don't got the time. It's only 39 seconds, right? They're running out of time. This is overtime. You don't got full time. You got to make your plays, and they're looking at one last. This is their push, it seems.
Yeah, Soon finding the huge kill on Neptuno. That might be everything there. Fraggy finding Verbo, though. We're trading back, but Envy, again, finding the kill on Fraggy. The tank line of the Valiant really going to work in Shadowburn. Huge deflect on Agilities there. That was insane. Shadowburn getting 2 huge kills there. But it looks like Envy is going to zone them off a little bit. Soon is res, so there is the chance that Soon just finding the kill there. 5 seconds less, 2 seconds less. Will they get a touch? And they do. The tank line finds it. But here we go. Shadowburn trying to find the kill on Soon. Soon challenging Shadowburn. He doesn't have the deflect. Looking for something. Carpe finds the DMEC on Envy, which is a huge one there. And a big kill on Shadowburn. Now he's back on Verbo. Here comes the Dragon Blade. It's going through everyone, but Kareev uses the ult at the perfect time, and Fate finds the kill on Shadowburn. But will it be enough? It looks like that it's going to be enough. There's the covering of the bomb, but Hotba still finds a kill on Fate. The shield broke. Boombox finding the kill, and this looks like Fusion's going to win this point. They've got all the ults here. They just need to live through this bomb. Neptuno finding 2. Again, I keep on forgetting we're on the Mercy patch, so there's the 2 reses there. Shadowburn finding a kill on Kareev. And it looks like Envy was taken down in the back. There's a huge swing in the kill feed there for Fusion. It just keeps going and going. Boombox forcing to use the ult. That's going to help everyone, and that's going to force the Valiant off the point for the time being. Agilities came back as Tracer, but does not win the battle against Carpe. And that's going to be a point A take by the Philadelphia Fusion with only 1 minute. That's a huge feat for them.
They got 30 seconds, but they have ults. They have Carpe Bomb. They got Fraggy, Primal Rage, and they have nothing. They only have the Primal Rage. So these 15 seconds, if it's one pick, and Shadowburn has time to build his ult in the middle of this fight, this could be it for the Fusion. They could take 4 points
Yeah, there we go. Frag is in. Huge kill on Neptuno. That's a huge kill. This almost resets the time for them. And now we're going in. Hoppa, Carpe finding the D-Mech on Envy. Boombox somehow managing to stay alive, but Shadowburn finding the kill back on Envy. Hotba taking out Kariv, which is another big kill. Shadowburn got the blade. Shadowburn has blade on card. He's trying to find something, trying to find an opening here. Dodges the pulse bomb, but Hoppa gets down Fate. And now we might see the blade being used in the back line. There's Verbo. Verbo taken down. And now he's going to try and clean up. Gets the D-Mech on Envy, and then goes the kill for Soon. That's a huge kill as well. And Philadelphia Fusion, with 1 minute on the clock, finds the 2 points. That puts all the pressure on Valiant now.
And you know what?
Valiant.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say.
No, Valiant had the time advantage. They have almost 4 minutes on the clock, and this resets everything. Fusion have to feel really, really good about that last push.
I gotta give it to my boy Shadowburn. You know, he was incredible. I don't know if they'll show the replay or not. I wish we could, but he not only after he gets that pick on Soon, he jumps right down and deflect kills agilities and gets a 2-0. So, you know, and if a DPS player can take out two of the most impactful players of a team, that can be enough to. And that was it when you saw the push swing, right? You saw the DPS swing come through. You saw them able to get more players on the point, and you steal them through, right? You're losing Junkrat and you're losing Soon. You're losing some of that big damage and that pickoff potential, and the Valiant just sort of had to play dead and couldn't really get back on the point. And am I Bastion and
there's no chance.
This is like when League of Legends when they like hover over Teemo.
Absolutely.
And the crowd loses their shit, and then they pick Morgana, and everyone's like, "Oh, but this has to be it." Like,
no chance.
Okay, thanks, Los Angeles, for getting my hopes up. But like, April wasn't that weird of a month. I mean,
absolutely. We are seeing a different defensive take by Philadelphia Fusion.
Much more dive-oriented and
absolutely, yeah. I do like it. Shadowburn has just been doing so much better, and Carpe has just been winning every single Tracer duel. Agilities, they're noticing the swap, so they are going to switch back. Soon going to take that advantage by having the ability to go back to Widow and just have the pressure of the Widow scope. That'll be really, really good for this defense. Fraggy taking a little bit low. The push is definitely just changed a little bit different because they're going into a dive composition.
Absolutely, and in Overwatch sometimes, and right now the meta we're sort of playing at is, the better Widow wins, and the beautiful part about Widow is you don't have to hit all your shots, but when you get that one headshot pick, you've done your job. You've secured a 5 versus 6 advantage, and in a game of numbers, 5 versus 6 is pretty good odds.
Absolutely.
From the Shadowburn,
here we go. Fate's on cart, but really not with any of the rest of his team. Taken down super, super early in their push, and that's going to force the Valiant to have to rethink this. Soon, not finding any picks, but he's getting dove by Shadowburn. Does he win the fight? He does not, but he does get away with his life. Looking for an interesting angle here, going up against the tank line of the Fusion.
Absolutely.
Envy there support, but Fraggy taken quite low. Is able to be healed up. Here comes a tower from Agilities, looking for something, trying to go through. He did see Carpe, he's trying to find the kill, and nothing. Shadowburn makes it out with his life.
Absolutely, but Fraggy did go down in the meantime, so there is an advantage here.
No, but Fate gets a kill on Shadowburn. Hoppa finds a kill on Agilities. They are trading really evenly. I don't think Neptuno has an ability to get any of these reses. Envy finding all the damage, and Soon getting 2 very big picks. He gets both Fate and Verbo, which just once the Mercy's out, that's just kind of the point. It looks like the Valiant are going to take point A.
You know what, Neptuno probably thought, I could pop Valkyrie, but I'm not going to. It's probably better for me just to kind of wait. They have a good ult economy now. They have 5 out of 6 ults. Fraggy with being only 10% away, right? So, this is going to be a full ult hold. This is Fusion's hold to have, unless Soon gets a disgusting pick, which he has been doing. He got 2, as you said, the last play. Oh, cheeky. Oh, he hits Shadowburn, but not. Oh, he gets shot.
Soon binds Boombox.
Where did that come from?
Oh my god, Neptuno's going to have to use the res, but Carpe, he finds another kill on Kariv. That might be enough, but that was a huge pick by Soon. Here comes Fraggy just trying to zone. Hoppa does find the kill. Does find the kill on Neptuno.
They're pushing
or on Verbo, pardon me. There we
go. You know what? Soon said he sent a message. That didn't get them the push. That didn't get them what they needed. But he said, "You ain't safe, Boombox. I'm coming for you." And you know what though? That blue alt, right? You saw the Pulse Bomb go out. You saw the Diva Mech go out. You saw the Primal Rage go out, right? That's 3 ultimates on one pick. You know, Soon was the catalyst, and they still have tons of ult economy on the Valiant. So, you know, Soon switching over to the Tracer, but he definitely put the Fear of God right into Boombox. He's going to be a little safer until he notices the difference, but...
Yeah, but there you do see the switch off of Widow, so they're going both dive versus dive, everyone's favorite. Envy sending a bomb and seeing if we can find anything. Nope, but he does get some time on the clock. Fraggy taken very low, but Boombox using the ult again perfectly. Fraggy still getting focused. He might go down here. And Boombox gets taken down. Fraggy's still somehow staying alive, but Agility's with that blade. Maybe he might be the catalyst for something a little bit sooner. Fraggy's still taken quite low. But we've got all the healing from Verbo and Kariv just working wonders. Here comes Agility's ult trying to find a kill here, but Neptuno gets 2 reses off. Boombox finding the kill on Soon, which is huge. And Agility's trying to find something else. Verbo getting the res off of Soon. Envy finding the kill off Fraggy, and that might be enough just for the Valiant to get another tick. And there we go. Shadowburn, he will have that blade, but will Fraggy have enough time? Hotba, he looked like he was on the point, but
we are going
to no
into
avail.
A 5th round of overtime. What, Jesus. Man? You know what? I didn't play comp when Die was as big, but Goats is awful. I want this. This is the Overwatch I want. Blizzard, you're not going to see this. So maybe I'm going to have to send it to you through telepathy, because holy shit, Dive is much more exciting to see than Goats has ever been. You know, Goats is funny because what you see, right, is you see, 3 healers and 3 tanks, and they say, this one, and that person explodes into the different dimension, right? Just like it's absolutely annihilated. And you know, it's kind of Goats versus Goats. But we're not talking Goats, we're talking Dive, and here we are for round 5. What an incredible... This is just the second game.
Yeah, the second game of a best of 5.
Games. Yeah, this is wild, right? So we could have, we could have a bunch more games here today.
Absolutely.
Is it a best of 5 structure? I thought it was 4 games and they can draw, can't they? If Fusion win 2 and Valiant win 2, do they do it?
If I recall correctly, I believe it's best of 5.
Okay.
Or a best of... Yeah, it's best of 5, I believe.
Okay, I thought it was best of 4, and then they kind of just take the results as they do for their points, leading into the scene.
No, you are correct. Yeah, I forgot about the map count. I'm very qualified to be casting this game.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. You are why I breathe, Patrick. So don't worry.
So interesting take. Valiant deciding to use their defensive composition in their attack. It worked really well for the last time, but let's see. They have a minute, and all they need is 1 tick. And Philadelphia Fusion opting for this divey type of defense, which really works well. And getting into the backline, just kind of disrupting any sort of composition that the attacking team is going for. Fate missing his jump, I just noticed that, so we'll see if they have enough time to just set up that dive again. They go in for the dive, and it looks like Fraggy's going to get the worst of it. He is still up, but he's quite low. Finding that healing from Neptuno.
Oh my god,
huge
through
kill.
The crowd onto Carpe.
That is an unresable position. Boombox taken very low, and look at that follow-up from Fate. Fate trying to find the kill on Boombox. Boombox finding that big health pack up there. And there we go. Carpe coming back in, and we've got both supports just kind of sitting ducks. Neptuno able to get out of there, but there we go. Hotba taken super, super low. Here comes Carpe, and Hotba, the only one on the point, having to use his ult to try and just get some time there. And Carpe, huge bomb on Envy. That's going to be enough to get rid of Hoppa's mech. But here comes Fate again. Fate, and another huge ult by Kariv. Now they're looking for something more. Fate finding the kill on Shadowburn. Boombox, he's forced to switch, trying to get back to the cart here. But Kariv and Envy just taking it to town. Envy winning that match.
Oh,
there we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Kariv again finding the kills when they're needed most.
Absolutely. So explain. This is something that I'm obviously going to brush up on for this year's Overwatch League, starting rather in 2019 February. But how does the overtime here work? They go to round 5. Why is it just that single tick that they sort of need to capture for the round 5 overtime win? Do you know the rule set?
Yeah, it's because the attacking team they won with more time in the clock.
Yep.
So instead of running the team with no time, they just switch it to 1 tick.
Right.
And that's just kind of makes it a little bit easier, and also makes the games go by a little bit quicker, because the Overwatch League is a business. They need to get through multiple games at multiple
Well,
times.
I don't
But
think anybody in their right mind wants what we've had before in the very early stages of Overwatch competitive play, where we were looking at,
2CP the last years.
25 years later. I think I'm growing gray hairs, and now I'm just skipping through, Patrick, to get through the overtime bull crap.
Yeah,
Because we're
absolutely.
not analysts in the same way that these beautiful,
Yeah.
multicultural folks are. Man, they
Absolutely.
talk a lot
Yeah.
in the Overwatch League, eh? Like,
Yeah, they talk a whole bunch.
God, per TV production sucks. Anyways, so we're looking about 125.05.
Okay.
Would be a good place to start. And Patrick, I'm wondering if you want to switch roles. Do you want to do some analysts, and I can do play-by-play
Yeah.
for
We
last couple
can
games?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. We can just switch it up, see what's going on.
Absolutely, and I did.
I would
check.
love to give it a whirl.
Yeah, the color commentary is something that I think I'd be having some fun with, and I have some water
Yeah,
here
please.
to make sure that I can speak
You know,
properly.
I-
And it's it's just not 11 yet, so I can't have a noise complaint yet. So this is the time. So
125 is what you said.
05. Get those
One-
5 seconds in there.
125. 120. 125.05. Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
There we
There you
go.
Mine lagged a little bit. What's your timestamp?
Sorry, I just took it back. 125.09.
All right. So I'll pause. I'm at 125.13.
All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Start.
There you go. Mine didn't lag this
Perfect.
time. It did last
Perfect.
time because my computer's
Perfect.
garbage.
So we're on game 3, match point for Valiant for taking the series. What do you think, just from the last 2 games? What do you think Valiant's what has been the key for Valiant's victory in the last couple games? What do you think they need to do to produce another victory here?
I think play the angles and play the high ground and let Soon be the terror that he is. He plays really good psychological warfare on these picks like Widow, these picks on Tracer, getting through those lines and killing those key players, and also utilizing agilities, right? Like he's kind of their star player here. What I'm finding is that if they're able to get those picks, they're able to kind of get, Boombox and put Neptuno into some compromising positions. They're able to win much more handedly. But you know what? This is a entirely different game set, right? We're looking at, holding points now, control points here. The maps are different. The high grounds are different. The picks are different, right? We're starting to see Lucio come out. We're starting to see some Symmetra. No, there we go. Okay.
No, it's all. The hard point ones are a little bit, or the control points are a little bit different. The comps are a little bit more aggressive. Here we go. We see the outcome of what we've got. Envy on that Roadhog, which is going to be a little bit different. Fate, they're running a very interesting tank composition. Fate running on the Diva and Envy running on the Hog, trying to find an early pick there.
Absolutely. I think those early hooks are going to be, talking about that playmaking. He didn't get the hook, so they're losing focus on the point, but they're starting to dive in. Fraggy on a good take on Fate, and the boop off. Envy going down, and we have Agilities getting some picks off. Shadowborn with the counter snipe. These Pharaohs are gods. I think that's solidifying the Fusion's hold, right? You got those counter kills. You first start with that boop off of Envy, and he's like, Roadhog game for me. Gonna go that Orisa. Can't have that happen again. But Shadowburn, what a shot with that pharmacy, right? And that may be the difference of the damage boost between those two players there.
Absolutely. It's going to be the battle of the Pharas for sure. It's Shadowburn versus Agilities. We'll see who wins. Shadowburn, on paper, looking a little bit better than Agilities off of on Pharah, but goddamn, what an awesome pick that was.
Absolutely.
In the air.
And we got they're starting to push up now. We got Fade and Fraggy dueling it up a little bit. We're looking to see at the jump up plays. They're just kind of doing some poking around. Hoppa's getting low, looking like he got demeched and just burning it down. And the Valley making a couple picks here. Verber getting taken down by Carpe. Fate taking down Neptuno. And look at the Pharaoh battle. We're going again. Shadowbird has the ult. Is he going to use it to hold the point? And we look at Fate taking out Fraggy. Boombox getting the double res, using the Valkyrie there. And look at that play by Shadowburn, pulling himself off, holding back. Agilities with a pick on Neptuno. Fraggy on the pick on Karev. And we were just going over and over. And Agilities and Shadowburn, Agilities with a nice hit. And they take out Agilities. using that Hoppa mech to get back up. And looks like the Fusion are going to hold. Fraggy's kind of dancing with his ult, but he's pulling back. Or Fate, sorry. And Verbo getting trickled in over there, getting killed. And what a hold. I'm a liar. Never mind. This is still going on. These points never end. And looks like the Fusion are going to maybe take it back. No, we got the D-Mech going on. Envy gets the bomb kill on Carpe. Karif with the res on Envy. And where are we at? Shadowburn killing Envy. Fraggy trying to get high, trying to get on Karif and put some of that upwards pressure. And here we go. Shadowburn still having that ult. He's getting a little low. Maybe he's a little worried to use it with agility still in the air. Oh, that pick on the hit on agility is getting nice and low, but there seems to be stabilizing him in the Battle of the Fair as Envy killing Hoppa's mech. As Shadowburn's pulling off, and looks like the Valiant are going to be able to hold their take. What happened there, Patrick?
Jeez. Yeah, no, it was Agility's being able to stay alive and soon with that really, really clutch hold. Just having bodies on the point was huge for that. Soon looking for another pick, trying to help his tanks out there. Absolutely. But the high ground seems to be the name of the game.
Absolutely. And Fraggy going down, Envy getting a quick kill on Neptuno, Shadowburn winning the Pharaoh War, but when you lose two of your members, those wars start to matter a little less.
Soon
and Carpe chase each other like dogs. Who's gonna do it? Oh, it looks like they're backing out. Gentleman's agreement. Gentlemen, stopping the fight. And now they're going back to Valiant getting some much needed time, right? They've almost caught up again to the 71%, and they're going to look to overtake here. And in Philadelphia Fusion, what do they need to do, Patrick, to reclaim their hold here?
Yeah, Philadelphia Fusion, they're doing everything they need. They're going to have both support ults for this next push, and they will have a little bit more than the Valiant, but it's really what they're going to make of soon.
Wow, huge. Fraggy down, having to use the res early. That was the Valkyrie res, so we're looking at getting a double res on Neptuno after Fate with the frag, and Soon is just going in town. Lucio pulped on Neptuno, and we're still looking at some picks here. Shadowburn killing Fate, Karif resing them out. Shadowburn getting another and a double res. This comp is ridiculous.
Soon.
And look at the Valiant tearing through the Fusion like butter, but Fraggy getting a nice counter kill, and the Agility's popping the all, getting one. Envy getting another with Hoppa on the mech, and the pick off on Boombox, and that is going to be the take here. Fraggy is doing his damnedest to try and stick around on that monkey and bounce around, but he just can't get it in. Neptuno's coming in, trickling in, and I think are they going to do it? The Valiant take the first point. The Agilities with the snipe shooting on that Pharah there to close that point off.
Yeah, Agility's just finding the kills, and that kill off of Boombox was insane. Again, once you find the Mercy in a team fight, especially on capture points, it's everything in those team fights.
Absolutely, and that fight went on for a long time. It's so incredibly potent, right? When you see these two, these top contending teams sort of go back and forth with each other, and being able to kind of make these picks. Look at the composition here.
This is the best. So Fraggy, really well known for his Reinhardt play. We get to see one of the oldest and best Reinhardt players, Fraggy, on his favorite champion with a composition that's made up for that. But Agilities, Valiant opting for a 3-tank. 3-tank.
4-tank.
Valiant,
4-tank actually, and here they're going in. This is going to be a slugfest. We have Soon trying to do his best to get that bubble, and we get getting demeched on Hoppa. Fraggy trying to pull back and getting healed up. It looks like some quick picks going off the way of the Valiant, and they just steamroll them one after time. Neptune trying to fly away, and Sue says, "No, my little bird, you are sticking to the ground," and takes him down.
That is crazy.
What dominance from the Valiant. What happened there?
No, honestly, it was basically like Envy finding the kills and Fate really keeping his shield up and keeping his team alive. The 4-tank with the 2 supports, it's something that you see a little bit more nowadays, but this is something that you would not see early April. So, Valiant really pulling out something that's just way different, something really great for this map as well, for this capture point.
Lots of boxing spaces, lots of easy places to build up those ults, right?
Absolutely. Carpe has ult.
Like a machine. Fate goes down with the shatter, and Envy getting the picks. And you get that 4-man shatter, and that's all she wrote. Maybe we're gonna see a couple counter kills, but there's just staggering Boombox with the hook for get measure. Get over here, Boombox. Agility says, and that's another hold. And every hold, Patrick, is so important because we're building that percent. And now they're halfway through getting the second point.
Yeah, they bought themselves at least 15% more before they have to do anything about it, really. And Envy, even though, he's not on fire currently, but he has been the game changer. Here we go, Carpe trying to switch things up to try and break this four tank setup.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
can do a ton of potent burst damage, right? Even against tanks with that Doomfist.
absolutely. He's looking for an opening there. The ult, Fraggy does have ult though, so we're going to see a little bit of a Reinhardt duel here.
Oh, and there we go.
Fate goes down.
And they get the shatter off, and then but we have the Graviton Bomb going backwards with the Diva Mech, and so looks like Fusion's fight so far. A great tire killing off soon, and now we're just looking at the Fusion slowly working in a hook onto Boombox, but he's safe from his teammate, and now they're just, the Valiant were just trying to stall a little bit to get percentage what they can, but they're going to get a take, and again,
huge stagger here on NB.
What about that? What do you think about the shatter? You're the Reinhardt main of the broadcast, Patrick. So talk about
that shatter.
How do you get those shatters in the middle of shields? I think all Reinhardt players would have struggled to get that off. And how did he do that?
Well, me being a low platinum, I know everything about Reinhardt, but he honestly, Carpe set that up for him, being the Doomfist, taking Fate solo, forcing Fate in an awkward position, just giving Fraggy that opening was so big.
Absolutely.
But now we're gonna see them going back in, Fate having the ultimate advantage there.
Yeah, they're boosting in. They got an early pick onto Shadowburn, and look at Carpe just dancing around them, trying to get some picks, misses the charge. He has ult, he pops the ult, is he gonna get the pick? Nope, he misses it, and they're just dancing a little bit more, doing some damage. Shadowburn with the pick on the Kariv, Agility's with the pick on the Shadowburn, and here we go. We got the shatter, the couple-man shatter there. Carpe's going down. The Roadhog hook goes into Hoppa, de-meching him, and they're pushing him off the party. And I think the Roadhog ult looked like it's going to secure, but Fraggy is bleeding for dear life in the corner there, and the Valiant get another take, and it's going to be close. Shadowburn swapping off to the Tracer to try and get back there and just contest these last few percentages.
Yeah, absolutely, but Soon does have that grav there, so that will be a huge thing. It's going to be up to Hoppa to kind of make sure that doesn't go off in a great spot. He needs to eat it, but let's see what's going to happen here.
Damage coming out soon. Oh, he pops the ultimate, and the Diva Mech, is this going to be it? This is the wipe! Holy smokes! They don't even get a chance to play the game. The Fusion are taking a sit-down moment as the Valiant capture this second control point and are just 1 point away from securing this 4-game map.
I believe Los Angeles 1 just won off that push. It's a best of 3 for the capture points.
I'm a fucking pleb. I forgot that. I always forget that when I play Comp 2.
Oh my god, that's amazing. As much as Fate was killing it with the Reinhardt duels, you got to give it to Envy. Envy really mitigating the damage and really finding the picks as well. He just following up on all the damage and just won that for his team. Absolutely.
And that was crazy. And the wild part about that, right, is you get to really see the players take no stops, right? So you see those hooks killing Boombox, installing, and it's interesting, because Overwatch, when it's these type of comps, when it's these healer tank compositions, which are so sluggy, right? Because you can melee hit right through those shields.
Yes.
And you're just seeing people charge right in. Zarya's trying to build up their barriers and just pummel each other. But, we do got a 4th game. More sort of a part of pride for the Fusion, but I think they still get some circuit points for the league if they do take a map as well, even though Valiant has sort of won the best of 4.
Map count is still a thing here, so there is something still to play for the Philadelphia Fusion.
Absolutely.
What a dominant performance by the Valiant that we have so far. Absolutely. Just absolutely destroying it.
So we're going to
the timestamp I have is 1:41:55.
Sure, I can back
for the game to start.
I can back my ass up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Back my ass up. Oh, I love this. I love Dorado. It's probably one of my favorite maps to play. I love the angles. All right, I'm at 1:41:55.
All right. Well, let's get this thing started. You on your count?
Sure. 3, 2, 1, go.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, Dorado. As much as there's only 50 people there watching it. The studio looks amazing.
Absolutely.
I will give it.
I'm so happy that Toronto has a team. My next hope is that as the Overwatch League stops going just by playing in the States and kind of starts building on this home away system, I would totally drive to Toronto to witness, even just an exhibition game, the way that we would go watch some shitty teams play like the Toronto Maple Leafs, which for all the American viewers that don't exist, you wouldn't understand why that's such a slight against Patrick's favorite team, but they are.
It's like being a Buffalo Sabres fan. Your team's never good, but you have all this infrastructure for them. It's very similar. So
maybe they can empathize.
Yeah, they'll probably empathize.
I mean, I'm dirty. I'm a French Canadian, so I got to go for the Habs, not the Senators, because they're garbage. But I get all the flack all the same.
And they are actual garbage this year.
Yeah, they are actual.
Are actual people garbage.
Actual garbage. So, we got some of the dancing. It's dancing soon. I guess when you've already taken the map, the 4 map or the 3 out of 4, you kind of get to have some fun at the lobby. But Patrick, lay it on me. What do Fusion need to do to stop being demoralized after what was kind of an even first map, but has really just kind of been a slugfest against them for the last 2? How did they pull ahead and still get some points here in this last map?
Honestly, right now it's been Envy's game. Honestly, it's been Envy's set for the most part. Envy and Fate have really been winning the tank duels. It's really going to be on Fraggy and Hoppa to try and just win that tank duel, win the front lining battle, and find the openings to jump in the backline, because they have not been doing that very often.
Absolutely.
And here we go, battling on the top.
Just trying to ease out that high ground push. No frags yet, just doing some chip damage. They're kind of tickling each other at this stage of the game, trying to see what they can find. Looking to kind of pick out Shadowburn a little out of position. They're going to get run down. They're going to get the pick off, and soon finishes him off. What an early pick, and you can't res them there. It's too unsafe to res, but look at Agility. He's in a compromising position. Is he going to get out? No, he doesn't. Fraggy gets the counter kill, but soon kills Neptuno after getting the res. That's the compromising position I was referring to. Soon picking off Shadowburn again, and looks like they're just going to try and kill Carpe off as a straggler. Oh, soon. Oh, you machine. No gentleman's agreement on this map, and soon takes the frag, and that's going to be what potentially is an easy first point capture.
And look at the ult economy too from the Valiant. They just from how long and staggered that fight was, soon finding a huge kill on Boombox.
Absolutely, and just look at this irritate. I would be, and Shadowburn gets the kill, but they're going to get the first point, I believe. I don't think... Oh, they are going to contest. No, I stand corrected. With the res on Boombox, we have a bit of a contention. Hoppa getting on the point there. Shadowburn killing off Verbo. And it looks like D-Back Envy with the blow up on Shadowburn, getting to remech up, getting to repush that point, and Agilities has the Genji Blade. What are we looking for? Is he going to use it now? Are they hoping to stop using it? But we're just looking at a train. In comes Fraggy, the dumpster truck, blowing up a couple of them, and the blade goes out, killing Hoppa. Is he able to get the kill on Neptuno? He's going into the air. He's going high for the sky, Marty, but he doesn't get the frag. But they do get the point, and they're able to secure point 1. Whew, my lord, Fraggy. Or Fate, Fate, I apologize.
And that blade, even though it didn't get too many kills, it did create enough space for them to get that first point. And absolutely. Like I said, Fraggy and Hoppa really need to find a way to mitigate Agility's movement. They gotta make sure they keep them on check, and make sure that this dive comp that the Philadelphia Fusion are running is not as effective as it currently is right now.
Absolutely. Oh, it doesn't get the pick, but he's just the confidence, right? You got to be a little bold to play a 150 HP hero and just go in, but they're looking to put some pressure there, looking to contest the point. We got some fighting going on the high ground. Carpe taking out Kariv to start us off, and Verbo getting the res on Kariv. Oh, the deflect on the Carpe right in the face. It's just looking like the Valiant push again, killing off of Shadowburn. Agility is doing some dancing. Look, they're going to try and chase down Neptuno. Fly, my friend. No, he gets fragged again, and this is just a slaughter. The Fusion are asleep, Patrick. I don't know what they're supposed to be doing here. How do they change? How do they find it? A part of me feels like Fate, and like you said, Fate and Envy, the tanks are too good. Fate is getting high impact kills, and Envy is getting a lot of pressure. How do they change this?
Yeah, no, it's with this next push here, they have the ults that they need to use, and they find a huge pick there.
Right on to Zoom. You got the Diva Bomb going up as well, just to create some pressure and some space. We have the Transcendence coming out as well. The Pulse Bomb killing Verbo, that's huge, but Agility's getting the counter kill, and the Mercies are gone. No reses tonight. And here's the ultimate from Agilities. Is he going to get more? He gets more. Fate getting a double kill onto Boombox and Shadowburn. Agility's getting taken out by Fraggy, but Envy finishing the job, and this is going to be, they're just going to say, poor Diva, you want to go back to your friends, get to the spawn point. And that is a second capture point again for the Valiant. They are unstoppable like a knife through butter. I don't understand.
No, again, that's just the tank prowess of this lineup that
Absolutely.
Valiant has. Fraggy and Hotba playing a little disjointed. Hotba seeming to wanting to push, and Fraggy also trying to cover his backline, but they're not moving as a unit, which is really allowing Agilities those space, that opening, and getting his way. Really, he's used 2 Dragon Blades, and they've both been to an amazing effect.
Absolutely, and I think the cool part about Fate is he will capitalize on the damage his DPS players put out, right? He will come and leap that big old monkey and finish them off and gets those double kills, and those kills matter. But here we go. We got some scrapping. Fraggy pulping the Primal Rage. The bomb going out onto Diva, sorry. Hoppa getting taken low, but he's getting beans to the corner, but Soom uses the pulse to get away, and Fate gets another kill on the Hoppa, gets the D-Mech, and this is going to be maybe a slow push. The contest going for Fraggy. Envy with the kill on Boombox. Fraggy trying to go in, pushing them back. Did he get the kill? Popping in Transcendence to stay alive, but Fraggy's getting taken low. Carpe killing Verbo, and Envy finishing off Fraggy. Now we got another gentleman's duel, but it's going to be pulling away. But Valiant looks like to be the real gentleman in this fight as they're getting pushed up, but this is not over yet. Hoppa and Neptuno have some things to say about it, and so does Carpe. They're just looking like they're regrouping a little bit. They're going to take some time. The Valiant, they got time, 3 minutes.
Yeah, and they also, Neptuno, he has that Valkyrie, and Shadowburn is not far away from that blade. It's going to really be on him to try and find the damage, find the ult percentage, and Carpe just trying to be that nuisance that Soon is. Soon has been such a nuisance for the backline of the Valiant.
Absolutely, and here we go. Just got Fate kind of pushing in slowly. He knows he has the Primal Rage, just the oh shit button if he needs it. But they're pushing up. The ult economy is looking fresh. And Shadowburn goes down early with Kariv getting a kill on Carpe, and Neptuno popping the Valkyrie and getting a res onto Shadowburn. Here we go, though. Fate being that nuisance. Another res onto Carpe, but Fraggy getting the kill by Fate. And the monkey is unleashed. The Transcendence goes off for Venziata. We got the pulse, the bomb going off from the Diva Mech, killing Envy. And Fate is so low, he's able to get healed back up, and they're still contesting this card. It is not over yet. We're looking at Hoppa getting sort of staggered out here. And here goes Agilities with the ultimate. There's nothing stopping him now. Gets the kill on Hoppa. Carve getting the kill on Fraggy. And we're just looking for another slow bit of push, but not if they have anything to say about it here. They're trying to get on the card and contest.
Shadowburn his blade.
He doesn't get to use it, though. And Carpe's trying. The Diva Mech Bob goes off to try and sell Hoppa going on the point, but he's going to get instantly demeched, and he gets killed. And the Boombox doesn't get to land. And what a clean 3-point sweep for the Valiant on the first half of this map.
Yeah, honestly, the tail of the tick was Soon just being that aggressive Tracer player and finding the picks in the back line. He was he was finding the picks, but when he wasn't, he was just that threat of the picks, which was everything that really dismantled the Philadelphia Fusion.
Absolutely, and you said it earlier, right? Look at the double kills right here. We got Hoppa getting demeched, Fate killing Boombox, and then Agility's just finishing off the icing on the cake with the Shadow Blade. But Fate is playing out of his mind. It's interesting. You can really tell the difference between the Winston players who use their ult in panic and the Winston players who use their ult to pressure. And I really feel like Fate's a player who takes that ultimate and he doesn't run away. He runs right in deep and tries to get all the kills that he can get to try and finish the enemy team.
Yeah, and Fraggy, he's usually known for being the aggressive tank player, but he's getting out-aggressed by Fate. Fate, just finding the smarter dives. He's more in tune with his Diva player, which is something that is so important. And that bomb was everything.
You were saying Soon, right? Yeah. And I think we both started talking about it this game. The confidence that he is playing like he cannot die. And
yes.
And Tracer is not that character. Tracer is the character that gets to die.
Absolutely.
Often, but he is saying not a chance. And what can you tell me a little bit, Patrick, about this defensive setup for the Valiant as the Fusion seem to be kind of running par for the course here?
Yeah, and it's an interesting take with Agilities on the Junkrat, but that it's been working all set long. Agilities on this Junkrat, so I think they're going to just go back.
There, eh?
Yeah, and they're just going to go for it again because they know that the Philadelphia Fusion are going to come out with that dive comp again. It's Absolutely. So popular.
So who does Soon need to kill to make this pick worth it?
Yeah, Soon he needs to get a kill on either Carpe or Neptuno. The positional advantage for Soon is too great for him to not get a better pick than that. But we're gonna see, because they're setting up, trying. Carpe's trying to find a pick, and here comes the commit from Fate and
Absolutely.
Envy.
Oh, they're pushing hard to counter it, trying to push him down, but he gets away safely, gets some heal, helping those Mercies build those ult charts, and they are taking the high ground. And kudos to the Fusion. They're not giving up. They're playing a hard game. They're saying, we own some territory here. This is our land. This is not your land. And, they're willing to take some leeway here and get it at least under the gazebo there, or whatever the fucking bridge is called, I guess. I don't know what they call it here. Sure.
I like to call it the crick.
The
but
crick?
yeah, so
oh,
Soon.
Dope. I like the crick.
Yeah. Look at the positioning by Soon. Soon finding that angle right on top of that.
There we go. Carpe with a quick kill on Kariv. And that may be the kill that pushes this point open. But Soon gets the counter kill on the Fraggy. And the deflect onto Agilities, though. Is that enough damage to pop up? Maybe. Carpe killing Verbo. Agilities with a counter kill on Carpe. But Shadowburn getting to finish off some of the other DPS. I think the Mercy kill may be enough to be able to push the point, and it looks like it is. They're just hunting them down like dogs at this point. And the Fusion take the first point.
Yeah, that was really impressive to get Soon off of that perch, that Widow perch that a lot of Widows like to take over top of the first point. And Fraggy, he's finding the angles. He's trying to find ways to mitigate Soon's effectiveness, and he's done really well so far.
Absolutely. I think he has. And, Soon recognizes, all right, they are playing smart. They are going to stop me from being useful. Let's switch to something off. But the Agilities with a quick kill on the Shadowburn, and Soon to follow up on Carpe. Agilities with another kill on Fraggy using the bomb. And what a good little defensive hold here for the Fusion. They can take some of the high ground up here and kind of just wait it out and stall that precious time for the Fusion to push the point too.
Yeah, and the Valiant really needed that hold. As you can see, the ult economy is not that great, but with that winning team fight, that does give Kariv his ult and Envy his ult. So now we're going to be looking at who's going to use it better. Is Kariv going to wait for Shadowburn to use that Dragon Blade? Huge damage back onto Shadowburn.
Carpe being
here comes Carpe.
Pressure on Kariv. No, but Soon getting the pick on the boombox though, and that may be enough to sort of dysregulate this point a little bit. But here they go, they're scrapping on the cart. We have a kill on Shadowburn. Carpe is sort of waiting in the wings there, and Neptuna's going to res up boombox. No other real big ults being popped up yet. We're still just kind of playing Tickle Me Elmo with this cart, and they're just going to kind of get a slow push here, the Fusion. The Valiant sort of back up and say, here we go, but they're popping the Diva Bomb just to stall for time, but here we go. Agility's popping that Riptire. Gets a kill on the Shadowburn. Shadowburn playing a little too cheeky there, trying to get a quick pick around the corner. And that pick, and look at the team just getting dismantled. Neptuno's going to res, pops the Valkyrie to do so. Boombox is saying, no thank you. My ultimate's going to be needed for the next point. And they're just sort of trickling out now to continue stalling this point.
Yeah, that kill on Shadowburn gave so much free space for Kariv. He knew he didn't have to worry about popping trans for anything, so that just gave them more angles and more damage opportunities on that high ground.
Absolutely. What an incredible... I've never been impressed watching Overwatch with the Valiant this way before. But they are killing it. They are doing so well. And Agilities on this Junkrat, like in a weird map where the terrain isn't always favorable, where there's some high up pushes to shoot for, they're making it work, but here we're going. We're seeing the play start. Got some early chip damage on the Fusion. Fraggy getting low. Shadowburn still has the ultimate. Hoppa with the ult. Carpe with the ult. They're going to get the bomb off. They demech. And the Diva Bomb killing too. Envy and Agility's going down. Verbo getting a res on Envy, but that was the Valkyrie res, so she has another res. Getting the second res on Agility. There we go. Boombox getting the kill on Fate, though, and there's no res available now. Will this be enough for the Fusion to push through? Soon being a little bit of that terror nightmare, but getting picked off by Shadowburn. And we got Fraggy going in with the ult. Kariv getting knocked down, and this is going to probably be the second point tank for the Fusion. The Valiant are backing up and saying, all right, you've got it. You won.
Agility's using the ult. Agility's using ult.
Pick. Oh, he's chilling. Oh, they know it's out there. They hear it. It's at Agilities, you cheeky bugger, you.
It has to be big. It has to be big.
It's going to be big. It's going to be Boombox, and that actually stops him from taking the point. So far with the D-Mech on Hoppa, we got the ultimate coming from Boombox. They're still fighting with their hearts out. And is Hoppa going to remech?
Shadowburn with the blade.
Neptune killing Fraggy. Is Shadowburn going to commit the blade? He's committing the blade. He's going to town. He's going to Pain Town. There goes Fate down with the blade. Is he going to get a second? He's on to Soon. Only gets one kill, but Kariv gets killed by Carpe, and that's going to be enough for the second point. Oh man, Agility's had me there with the tire, but didn't quite get the secure he needed for the Fusion.
It was close, and you can see that they committed swaps to try and hold that second point. Agility swapped over that Soldier 76, so they're resetting a lot of their alt timers now. So it's really in the Philadelphia Fusion's wheelhouse to actually take this map here.
Absolutely, and the alt economy is looking pretty stellar for the Fusion. We got Fraggy going in, a big scrap on the high ground, Hoppa going up there to try and do some disrupting. Carpe still trying to build that ultimate charges and being that tick, but we got that Diva Mech Bomb able to go off for Hoppa. Just seeing some chip damage going off on both of them, but the flyover and the dive in for Shadowburn killing off of Verbo, and Kareev getting the counter over. Shadowburn getting another kill on Kareev. There's no mercy res, so we're going to look like a Philadelphia push. Oh, gets stuck though. Not even for the D-Make. Fate killing Shadowburn. Is this going to be enough? Are the Valiant going to be able to hold? And they do kill Boombox. They D-Mech Hoppa. And that's going to be a hold. You know, Patrick, run us through that fight a little bit. How did what looked so good at the beginning for the Fusion to get a couple picks turn out so poor for them?
Yeah, well, I think it really started when Fraggy got so low at the beginning of that fight. You know, again, Fraggy being that aggressive Winston, trying to get that high ground, but, you know, his team was just not there, or it's, you know, it's on the Valiant for focusing him so down because they committed so many resources to keep Fraggy up. But Carpe now looking for this ult needs to be big again.
Absolutely.
Carpe really trying to be the catalyst for this push here.
Absolutely. This Pulse Bomb could be the game changer if you get something like Agility's. Agility's uses the deflect. He's a vulnerable ninja. But Carpe doesn't have to look up, and they're pushing through the back line soon, getting onto Boombox, the bomb going off to no effect, getting your res, but Envy's getting D-mech'd, Carpe killing the mech, and then Fraggy killing up, and is soon going to be killed by Carpe, the response back, the teleport back, but Fusion are getting a nice little push forward, getting the cart to move forward inch by inch, right? Oh, they're going to look at the go onto Fate. Fate getting low, Fate going down by Hoppa. Agility's popping the Shadow Blade. Is this going to be it? He gets no kill so far. He's going to slice and dice, and to no avail. He gets shoved right back onto the big health pot, but Envy's able to kill Boombox with that. They're still scrapping, and now it's Shadowburn's turn, getting to the blade going off, getting killed by Envy quickly. And that, you know, this seems very disorganized as they get pushed out here. The Fusion are getting pushed right out of the point here. And you know, a part of me is wondering, Patrick, what's the communication? What's going through the Fusion's head right now? You know, they're popping these ultimates and they're not getting anything.
Yeah, it's, you know, with Neptuno and Shadowburn trying to be on the same page, it's really up to Boombox to try and discord the right people. And, you know, you got to hand it over to Kareev and Verbo. Their positioning for this last push has been perfect. They haven't been in range for any big dashes from Dragon Blade because they know that's the biggest threat. And Kareev really being in that position to use his ult when needed. Absolutely. And in that last fight, it was a tale of positioning for that. But Fraggy finding a kill on Agilities.
Absolutely, and they're having the gentleman's agreement. Boombox is getting heavily pressured. He's able to escape, though. Good save of Neptuno, offering some heals. The Diva Bomb goes off and kills Shadowburn. Is this going to be enough to stall the point? Soon is looking in the back, trying to be a little more disruptive. We get the Valkyrie res. There's another res. Oh, the Pulse Bomb goes up to no avail. Soon's getting dangerously low. He needs to run away. Neptuno is hunting him down like a dog. We don't know what's going to happen there yet. We're looking at Envy pushing into Hoppa. This is the overtime push. This is the push for the Fusion. Agilities kills Carpes. Agilities kills 3 Neptuno, and Fraggy the Shadow Blade is going off, and Hoppa is going to get killed as well. And this looks at Boombox popping the red or the Transcendence here, and they're just gonna scatter them one by one. They're holding the point as best they can, but no, Valiant hold a 4-0 map win against the Fusion.
Agilities, that last dash just was everything, getting 3 kills, finishing off the kills that they had started, and Boombox not having the Transcendence to fight against it.
Absolutely.
That was amazing.
That was incredible. And, you know, I said this earlier, I felt like the first map, you know, control point payload was even, close to even at least. Fusion put a good push up there on Nimbani, but I felt like after that, the Valiant just kind of took the momentum. And ran with the other 3 maps. Like, this felt more coordinated. They felt like they understood the picks they needed to make, and they felt like they understood exactly where to be. And again, like you mentioned earlier, Fate and Envy put some incredible pressure on the back line of the Fusion.
Yeah, you know, Valiant at every angle, they found perfect places to put their characters. You know, Kareev really stepping up on that Zenyatta, especially going up against someone as great as Boombox on the other side. But yeah, no, the tale was, for me, it honestly was the tank battle. You know, Envy and Fate really finding the angles, and also really putting Fraggy and Hoppa in their place. You know, it just goes to show you what kind of communication differences there are between the two teams.
Absolutely, and I do got to give up to my boy Agilities, though, that Canadian homegrown boy. Some of those
The man,
Junkrat
the myth.
tires were hilarious to me, like so well done, so intricate, and you know it's funny. You know he took that tire in the last map there around that back edge there near the second point, and over the high ground nails Boombox. And I'm thinking they're being like they know it's coming. They're gonna no. He still gets it. And what a disruptive player Agilities was, right? Like what just a disruptive player.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of the copyright thing is, but look at the damage thing here,
Absolutely.
right? Like we're totally stealing this from Overwatch League, but like look at the damage done. You know, weapon accuracy, it doesn't really matter for a character like that, but the damage output that he was putting out.
But
Almost
Shadowburn played just
Shadowburn.
Shadowburn. You know what? He tried his best with his ultimates. I think, you know, I really think that you're on the money here, Patrick, with this idea that it was a battle of the tanks. You know, the DPS can only do so much. If the tanks and the healers position well, and those tanks be disruptive and follow up on the damage, it makes such a big difference. And, you know, Fate and Envy were able to capitalize on Agilities, on his damage, and capitalize on Soon, on his damage. You know, Fraggy didn't do nearly as good as a job of doing that. Look at the hero damage on Dorado for Envy.
Yeah, Jesus.
Holy moly. And only 2 ultimate kills, right? So we're looking at a lot of chip damage.
And the elimination number for Envy, you know, it's usually always pretty big for a diva, but that is some high caliber stuff there. Envy just being the everyman, finding all the positions for them.
And just look comparatively to Hoppa, right? Like, the fraction of the damage, 20 less eliminations and more deaths, right? So we're sort of getting a picture here of a more aggressive, potentially risk-taking player, maybe trying to use the ultimates a little bit more, but it's only securing 1 extra kill on the ultimates, right? So I think, Patrick, maybe you're low plat, but you are indeed a beautiful analyst, because I think your tank discussion here is spot on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, it's what I know, so that's good.
Even low plat Reinhardts can be knowledgeable.
But yeah, Kareev, man, you know that Numbani hold that Kareev had was insane. He was a big part of that. And look at the eliminations versus Boombox.
Absolutely.
9-13. Boombox just not being the player that he normally is on that character.
I will say that Boombox's frag on Agilities during the Genji Blade is probably that's one of my favorite parts of the evening.
That's Pat's pick of the night.
All right,
I'm making up a segment.
All right, well, I think it's fair we both got to pick then, and I'm going to pick Agility's rip tire with the solo kill on the back wall there on the last map there. That sneaky little Shadowburn doesn't know what comes and hits him, and he just gets smacking. I don't want to look at these ugly mugs anymore on the screen, so we're better than them. I'm going to pause it here. But
there you go.
There we go. I'm going to stop recording now.